Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is. Your brother Professor Pippin back in his bitch on our trader edge and trying to get active, trying to get live. Coming at you real quick with the weekend analysis. Real quick. Like not gonna be too long today. Definitely just trying to get in and out. Um, market's about to open up in a couple minutes here. Just looking at a couple pairs. Pretty much everything is at a point where you want to be sitting back and waiting. Kind of go ahead and get your zones lined out where you think price action is going to go, where you want to see price action hit for you to potentially get in and get the best scenario type setup, type trade action on these within the market. So yeah, starting off with AU for the most part, you know how we get down, blanking everything. Um, AU kind of tough at this point, you know, because I see all of this bearish activities down to the top side. We got the breaker structure here, kind of indicating that bullish volume, bullish momentum is starting to step into the market. But I wouldn't be surprised if this shit kept going bearish. You know, I've seen trickier facets within AU that had me thinking, oh yeah, we about to go big bullish, and that thing just leaked on off. So until we clear this high right up here at 65.960, about 970 area, until we clear that high, I'm open for all type of scenarios. I'm down to the 4 hourly. The way I had things identified when I did that compare contrast slash back testing on AU, I knew I missed something. I had a different 4 hour level identified. Right now, kind of identifying bullish on the 4 hourly, kind of consolidating right up in here, building a ton of liquidity right up in here. We came back into that last chance you last weekend and started giving off bullish activities, but I don't like the way this price action looks right here, all jumbled together. So that's what kind of uh, I do see a potential drop back to the downside because for me, even still, we didn't push deep enough into this level for this to actually be the turnaround within the market. It could be, I could be wrong, but you know, just being in the market for a few years now, you know, price action do some swirly ass shit. So you tend to stop, you know, being a fool and letting market price action like, I don't know why I did that. So I can't discount anything as far as saying, okay, price action ain't coming back down here because it definitely could. We did not push real deep into this zone right over here. So seeing all this liquidity built up right over here, seeing equal lows, price action definitely could be attracted to that area. Also now seeing an imbalance area that price action could try to fill at the beginning of the week. So um yeah, I would love to see AU continue to go bullish and we get some bullish activities. One of the things I will be looking for during the agent session right here at the beginning of the week is to see, do we come down here at this imbalance area, start to consolidate and give bullish activities, bullish vibes back up to the top side. If we don't, then I will try to align with them shorts and see what price action is going to do. But so once the market opens, I'm looking to see if we do come back down here, if we do tap into this area and start to produce candles that give you a motion like this, then yeah, I will probably be looking for them buys. If we come down and just swoop all the way through all this, and then will still be an area within the market where you have to make a decision to say, is price action going to stay below this level and, you know, continue to go bearish, or are we going to come down there and consolidate? I have not checked the news just yet, so we could do a number of different things. It all depends on how the structure sets up once we get down here, how the candles set up, how the momentum starts to flow into the market, how we get down here. If we come down here with choppy candles, then potentially I will be definitely looking to set up for them buys. If we come down with a lot of volume, a lot of momentum, this push up, push down could be a fake out on the higher time frames. And yeah, we're gonna play it a lot of different ways. But for right now, we got our zones lined up on the daily. We do have AU identified as a bullet range. We did retrace back into a level last week that potentially we could that we are going to say that price action can return back bullish from. Right now, we do see bullish momentum, bullish volume, big ass candles coming from this area, pushing back to the top side. We just need to see some follow through to confirm those buys. Like I said, until price action closes back above that 65.950 area, that's not the number I just called out, but no, 65.950 from right here on this chart on the 4 hour might have been a little bit higher. I said 65.970 a minute ago, but um, looking at it from right over here, 65.950 is what we want to see price action continue to stay above, get above and stay above. And then we can say, okay, for real, we look like we're going bullish. So any pullback type action, yeah, will definitely be scenarios for buying opportunities in the market. Clicking over to UCAD. UCAD still is pushing bullish. 4 hour time frame. We can jump out to the higher time frames, go back from the daily. Go ahead and blank everything. Refresh that thing. We were in a bearish range from the high to the low. We have pulled all the way back into supply that causes big ass leakage to the downside. For me, when I see supply zones like this sitting out in the open, if I see price action tap into that area and then start to break structural levels looking left, then I'm expecting that supply level to hold up within the market. So, like I said, I have not looked at the news. We could have some big news pop off that causes price action to start coming down and start breaking some of these structural lows right over here. Then I'm gonna stand on business with this. Come on, why we lagging? I'm gonna stand on business with this supply level right here, holding up and saying that price action potentially is going to come back bearish, potentially retest the lows or even break that low. So that's a good bit of ways ahead within the market. We don't see evidence of that just yet. So right now, price action is tracking bullish. We do have a sort of a bullish trend starting to build up within this bearish range right now on the daily, on the 4-hour time frame. We do see price action staircasing up to the top side, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right now, we're kind of consolidating within this hourly range. That hourly resistance is right at that same spot where that 4-hour resistance is, right up here. Um, if we break below this 4-hour, this 1-hour support, we could have some breakout shorts. Now, because the bullish ranges are forming, the 4-hour ranges are forming bullishly. If we take these breakout shorts, once price action passes 10 pips, you got to go ahead and put them stops at break even because this price action is bullish. This could turn around at any point, any time on you. As soon as we get through here, if we taking breakout shorts, 10 pips or more, we trailing stops, and then we're going to take what price action give us because we can bounce off of anything from down here and then resume back bullish to retest the highs or even break these highs. So if you're going to take these possible sales below, breakout trades, 135, 410, be ready to trail them stops immediately. Even if it only push 5 pips, you better be right there with your hand on the button and have some tight stops because it could just be a liquidity grab on lower time frames and get back up out of there to the top side. So bearish on the daily, bullish on the 4-hour, consolidating on the hourly. Could be a situation where you said it's best to wait and see what price action gonna do. Probably a Tuesday, Wednesday type or deal right over here to see what we're gonna break out and what we're gonna go to on UCAD. But outside of that, um, if it's set up properly, I might hop in. I can't tell you I won't because it do look good for these breakout shorts. But we're gonna see what had happened in on GU. GU, we do see price action right here liquidating this low right over here to the left that created this hourly range from the higher low to the higher high, pushing into resistance. We pulled all the way back, grabbed liquidity in a big ass bullish momentum candle, rejecting the support back up to the top side. So I would like to see this would be a scenario where I would like to see the 15-minute rollover bullish or continue to stay bullish. Right now, we kind of are bullish with the high, low, high, high. I want to see price action stay above this high right here to potentially try to set up some buys. Um, I know previously I said stay away from GU, but if you, like I said, if you know how to scout and you know how to get off in that thing and get away from that thing, then yeah, that would be something I would look out for to see how we hold up that 15-minute level right there. Now, the other thing you got to keep in the back of your mind, price action did break structure on the hourly. Um, it looked like we closed below on the hourly and we closed below on the 15 minutes. So this definitely could just start leaking. So that's the things you got to look out for. So this 15-minute level would be somewhere critically important for me because if we swoop right through that level with a big ass candle, kind of like we had this big volume candle come through here. If I get that same type of action coming through that level, yeah, I'm gonna walk away and definitely sit back and watch because it could get to doing anything at that point. We could come back just to retest the low and then get back up out of there. It could come down, break and retest, continue to the downside too for you. It can do several different things. So at that point, uh, our time frames are showing consolidation though. So oops, bring that back. Yeah, higher time frames are showing consolidation. We have been stuck within this range for a while now. So, higher time frame, zoomed out perspective, you better be careful and save your capital there, buddy, on GU. Clicking on the UJ, still don't see no gas on UJ. Still stuck within his hourly range. I would hope. We do have NFP this week, so we might have a lot of consolidation on this pair right here up until like Wednesday or Thursday. If you see extreme leakage during the middle of the week, then price action could be priced in for that NFP to go ahead and give you that turnaround move once NFP actually hits. So definitely be careful of that. Be aware of your news. Check your news sources, making sure you get that good information. But for the most part, consolidating on UJ, bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4H, consolidating on the hourly. So generally, we like to see all of the ranges pointing in the same direction to give us that higher probability of taking those trades and getting in and getting active and having success within the market. But once you get to a time frame and price action is consolidating, you want to see that price action on that time frame specifically get back in line with the higher time frames and say, okay, I confidently can take buys and see price action go to the top side or take those shorts if the price action range is bearish. Clicking over to GJ. GJ, we bullish on the daily. 4 hours starting to kind of roll over bearish though. We got the high to the lower low right over here. So you might want to be careful and just wait for that 4 hour to flip back bullish. So that'll be the confluence, kind of like on UJ. We had the daily and the 4 hour bullish. We were waiting for the hourly to go bullish, and then we can confirm and say, yeah, we're ready to go. But right here, you got the 4 hours bearish. We do have an imbalance area based off of 4 hour right up here that has not been refilled. So we could see price action tap into there and leak off again because the 4 hours bearish. But until we see that 4 hour jump back bullish, and the only thing about seeing the 4 hour turn back bullish is it is right next to the daily resistance area, the daily range high. So it could get up there and then just get that on your ass. You know, UJ or GJ, UJ doesn't like deep retracements, but I don't really know what type of retracement type situations GJ like to get in because I don't trade it that often. But one of the things I would do is throw that fields up there to kind of throw some confirmations on there and say, okay, well, we got that golden zone right up in here. So I could look for that. And then if we break through that level, we got that last chance U right down here. So I could look for that. And that could be something I could build off on going into the week. Looking to see how I can get active on GJ. But outside of that, right now, daily bullish 4 hour bearish. Hourly looks like it's consolidating. Yeah, hourly kind of flip back bearish. We wicking. When it closes like this, you see the body close, the candle closes right up in here, right at that support, and you wick through. It's a tough call to say whether this is the high, low, lower, high, lower, low, because you only got the wick, but the body's closed pretty much in the same area. So for me, just giving out a little bit of experience right here, this is kind of support kind of held up. Price action just was able to push through it and then came back up and closed bullish. So don't be surprised if you see price action open up big bullish on GU. One of the things I would want to see if it does open up big bullish, how does it react once it gets back into that 4 hour imbalance? If it start throwing wicks and start consolidating, be careful, my friend. Clicking over to gold. Gold is on a rampage up to the top side. Only thing I want to see for the most part, see how price action reacts once it comes back into this area right up in here where that 4 hour resistance where that 4 hour resistance was. Right up here where we broke structure on the higher time frames, we could pull back there, find support, be like an SR flip right up in here. Resistance turning into support. We could come down. We'll be at 1-2. Could see price action come down, consolidate right up in here, then get back up out of there. Outside of that, there is like a little bit of imbalance that needs to be filled right up under there. So generally, when you see these big pushes in the market, price action only gives shallow retracement. So potentially like a 382 on the fib level. And then throughout the week, if it doesn't break the high, generally you see that deeper retracement within the market to try to come back and grab up some liquidity. Do have some relatively equal lows as price action is starting to push up and make that bullish trend on the hourly right up in here. So at this point, it's a guessing game. You're pretty much speculating at this point because only thing you see right here is bullish volume, bullish momentum up to the top side. So to try to take shorts from right here could be risky business, especially since we did not grab this high. We kind of gave you equal high. So definitely a lot of liquidity starting to build above this level. So once you see price action close above this level right up in here, let me draw it out for all the people in the back, right up in here, from there to there. See that big ass liquidity bubble building up right there? Price action probably gonna be a big candle like this to come up through there and get active to the top side. So right now, I probably just grab some popcorn and sit back and wait on gold. If you itchy, you better get you some Benadryl or something because you don't want to get cooked. Outside of that, that's all of my pairs I wanted to go through. I kind of wanted to look at some of the other ones. Kind of pull up Euro USD real quick. Wait, hold on, let me do that. Take that back up. That ain't what I wanted. Take that off. I wanted to search a symbol. USD. Like I said, kind of quick on the weekend analysis this week, so I had a little bit of time to try and pull up some other pairs. Let's see what FXTM look like. Okay, from the Euro. We'll bump out to the weekly because this is something that I don't look at often. Weekly look like it's kind of consolidating right here. You had somewhat of we were bearish here, retraced, came back, looked like it pushed back into that last chance U. Let's go ahead and throw that fibs on there and see what had happened. From right there to there. Yeah, right there. We did push above. So on the daily 4 hour, you will see closes above that level. So if this started to come back up, like I said, you see price action close above that 786, it's probably gonna continue in that direction. I do see double bottoms right here on the weekly, pretty much daily structure. It looked like it closed a little bit much, a little bit further than the support right over here. So, right here is tricky business. Let me see. Hello, hello. You can consider that. So lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low shift. So potentially just kind of, get accustomed to what EU is doing. I will identify this. We do have a break of structure on the 4 hour time frame from right over here. Potentially, let me go down and confirm that, but that would probably close in that daily range from there. Let's see how this look. High, low, high, low failed to create. So it wouldn't be until this low is broken. Yeah, so this range is not really complete just yet. Until price action closes below this low, your 4 hour support right here has been retested multiple times. Yeah. Now you're just waiting to see. 4 hour support, 4 hour resistance right up here. Big ass range to the top side. 4 hour resistance. Now you kind of, for the most part, just consolidating within there. So I don't know my brain on Euro USD right now. It's just look like a chop. So what I would do is just wait because this don't look proper. If you go down to 1 hour, just trying to catch you some scalps. 1 hour is also pushing from left to right, right to left, so north to south. So let me see. I would have hit the demand zone like this. And then drag. So it looked like we had already came back and retested demand. We did get a bullish response from it right over here. We did tap into it several times coming into it. We failed to break the high at the end of the week last week. So I would key into that right there as price action tapped here. We tapped here, didn't break structure looking left. So we tapped here again, didn't break structure looking left. So I would expect price action to break if it does start to come back bearish. So potentially we'll be looking for those continuation shorts below this level. And if you watch any of the back testing videos, you know what type of scenarios you need to be looking for as far as price action getting active to that downside. So yeah, I would like that sort of price action came down and gave you the business. Would solidify that daily range, and then at that point you could throw that Fibonacci's on there and then try to see, oh, that is ugly. Because then you will be, tapping right into that 50 and you could get right back busy to the top side. Oh, that would be a sticky situation on is right there on EU. So definitely be careful with that one. If that's one of your main pairs and that's something you look at on the daily, I would wait specifically until the London session, London Open, to try to figure out what this price action wants to do. Outside of that, I probably wouldn't touch it in the New York or the Asian session. I know a lot of y'all like them indices. Let's see what NAS look like. NAS 100. NAS 100. Okay. Look over to the weekly. Weekly is big bullish, big stupid bullish. Hop over to the daily. All right. So what we look like we're doing is structure break here on the 4. So that would have been there. Push and pull. Yeah, another structure break. Another structure break. So you got a structure break here. So I would say the daily range is kind of tight at this point. I would hit that thing from way up here. Walk down to the 4 hour. And this is tricky because this is a pair I don't normally trade. So, I'm just kind of coming in and seeing what I can see, what look like stand out to me. You had an hourly break right over there. So it's gonna be 4 hour range right here. 4 hour support. You know what I'm saying? Something like this right here. Price action push, pull back, push again, came back into that structure most recently broken, rejected with a weak bearish candle, and then got back up out of there to the top side. He bumped down to the hourly. So based off of this, what I would be looking for is see some type of retracement, come back into the structure most recently broken, or come back deep to retest within this 4 hour support right here for NAS 100. Outside of that, definitely bullish scenarios, which what you should be looking for. Any excuse or cause for a retracement should be getting your eyes, should be getting your psychology set up to resume back bullish with all this bullish potential until or unless this 4 hour support gets broken. Now, this level right here gets broken, you better sit back and wait for the 4 hour to resume back bullish. Otherwise, you could be looking at a healthy retracement because the higher time frames is thirsty for one. Um, you've been big bullish, yeah, since October 26th, 2023, you've been big bullish. So that 4 hour support get broken, this daily range to the downside, daily support get broken, yeah, you could start humble and free fall to the downside. So if price action does give you a retracement, stay above this 4 hour support. Definitely zoom into lower time frames, 1 hour, 30 minutes, see if you can find you a setup on NAS 100. Let me see what else. A lot of people be trading GBP, GBP, JPY. I know some of y'all like them JPYs out there. Pump out to the weekly GBP, JPY. I got that. Oh yeah, that's one of mine. Let me see, Euro JPY, EU or JPY. And all you gotta do is hit them comments, drop your pair down up in there, and I will definitely come over here and give it a quick look, see and see what's happening. Based off the daily, we got a break there. So the push pull here, so the range, and then would have broke here. Wouldn't have been all the way to from here to right up here, came and broke. But from this low up to this high, so the daily range would have been something like this here. We got a break over here, so that would have locked us in right up top here. I notice on the weekly, but you go down to the daily, you can see a lot more clear. So from this low all the way up to this high, structure break here, the downside. So currently sitting in a bullish trend based off of 4 hour. See what we got. We got a breaker structure here on the floor. Out to that 4 hour and actually see what it looked like. Don't. Okay, break here. Okay, so break an hourly structure. Let's see. From this low up until this high. And like I said, don't quote me on these ranges. I'm just looking at what stands out right now, what looks good to the eyes. If I was to go back here and really put some time into this, I probably would mark these ranges up differently, but just kind of glancing at it, this is what I see. So this is how I would identify, and this is how potentially I would get active based off of the hourly right up there. Or resistance, 1 hour resistance, and then I would hit up something like this and then just wait and see. Now, because we are bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hour, the hourly has kind of rolled over bearishly. So what I would want to do is potentially find an area looking left to where I think price action is going to retest, and then get busy based off of that. Or you can just sit back and not search for shit over here and just say, okay, so once price action finish doing this, we started coming down and we breaking and we doing this. Once we finish doing that and then resume back bullish, then and only then can I hop in and start looking for the buys. Come down, respect the low, get back up out of there. That's what I would potentially do. Look for that type of scenario. Price action rollover with bears coming down, tap into something looking left, give you the from Ruski down here at the bottom. Failed to break lows, so you know you're now starting to make higher highs and higher lows. I'll look for this type of format on the hourly time frame and then try to get active. Retesting the 4 hour resistance first and then second TP, and then that thing keep going up to the top side, and then there you go. If we start to come back down and start to break this 4 hour support, then you definitely have a huge range back to the downside where you potentially could start come back down and retest this daily support / demand right down in here. So a lot of different scenarios based off Euro JPY, not something that I look at on the constant. So definitely if you this is something you get active on and it's something that resonates with you, put a like on, hit that like button for your Brett. Drop a comment. Let me know how I look right over here with this simple analysis. And I think that's all I got for y'all last market. About to open up. I'm about to finish watching my Celtics get busy on the court. And I'm out of that thing. So peace.